The reason that beauty is important is that it puts us into the present moment. It allows us to smell, taste, touch, look at the present moment, and it really calls you into attention. What we can do to pay back the earth for the privilege of being here is to pay attention and to look and listen and learn and appreciate not just what we're growing, but all the relationships that are happening in and around our work. The birds, the butterflies, the worms, the bacteria, all the things that are living and thriving on the farm, the weeds.
My name is Cody Jurbala. We're currently at the Treehouse Collective Farms, home of Speedwell Farm and Gardens, a local organic veggie production farm, small scale on about 2 acres.
I'm Helen. I run Artemis Flower Farm with my husband Nelson. Yeah, and right now we're in my studio where I do all the flower arrangements, either for weddings or for our on-farm store.
What we're envisioning is a hybrid of going back to our roots in this small scale mindset, but in a production model. How do we incorporate our families into this? How do we incorporate our farming community and support each other rather than compete against each other in the market? What Speedwell's doing is trying to kind of rewrite that story and envision what we would like to see the future of agriculture be moving forward. For me personally, that looks like more small farms spread out instead of there being 1, 2, 3 big farms that we're getting our produce from. If we can break that apart and divide that into 1, 2, 300 small farms in the same region, we're effectively operating on the same acreage, just with a different model, and really bringing that kind of personal connection to the land back to the production of our food, rather than it be, a commodified grab and go type situation that we're finding is not healthy for our soils, not healthy for our communities, and not healthy for us as people.
If you had said to me before I got this opportunity, cooperative farming, I'd be like, oh, what a bunch of crap, that sounds woo-woo and it sounds like I would hate it. And it really has been great. And we have different skills, with different styles, with different knowledge. We have separate businesses. It's been really, really nice to grow in this way, and then to have this much bigger space to take care of. It's been really great to work through problems with another set of brains. I think farmers are aware that they can't do it all, but there's so much pressure to try.
Growing the produce is one thing. Running a farm business that can sustain you and your family and your community, especially in a farm collective like we have here, is a whole nother thing. So biodiversity is resiliency and builds resiliency, and diversity in the marketplace builds financial resiliency also.
It's important to me to be able to continue farming. I love this life. I want to continue doing it for 10, 20 years. And I need my body to be okay for that. I need my brain to be okay for that. I need my baby, my daughter, to be happy with that. When you go to the grocery store or your florist, pay attention in the same way that you pay attention to your food. Like, is this locally grown? I think it's just important that you know that your choices in flowers matter just as much as your choices in food, and for the very same reasons, So not only are you helping to reduce the carbon footprint of, your flowers, you're also helping to support local businesses and, keep your local community thriving in so many ways. Flowers are often seen as like a luxury, which I understand that, yes, you don't need them to stay alive. That's true. But how much poorer of a life would it be without flowers?